You say I'm young and I've got nowhere to be. I say there's so much I can do. Traded my shoes in for wheels under my feet. I'm rocking and rolling past you. So no, Hrithik Roshan came up to me at the premiere and said that that I came across very natural. So that was quite heartwarming and amazing.
An Indian actor whose body of work you really admire.
Alia.
Hi Dot, welcome to News 18.
Thank you for having me.
How have you been?
I've been good, yeah, really excited but tired.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
You recently shared how you reached to the conclusion that, your stage name should be Dot. And that's such a cute story.
Thank you.
But tell me, was it really your idea or your mom's idea that...
Oh, it was my idea, 100%, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, how has it been post the release of the Archies? How has the reception been?
It's been a bit surreal because obviously, we were all together, all as one group, and suddenly it's like we've graduated high school, we've all gone our separate ways. But, there's a lot of love between us, and we're just kind of making sure that how are you doing, what's going on, how are you feeling, and all of that. And I think we're feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Just sort of waiting for what's next, because it's that limbo period.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But has there been a catching up session post the release?
Yeah. I mean, we keep meeting, we keep meeting, and sometimes we meet. I met Yuvraj the other day, and we had a really lovely time together. So, yeah.
But tell me something. Did you not really receive acting offers before the Archies?
No, I was not an actor. I was a musician. So,
of course, but...
so nothing like that before. I acted in school, but nothing beyond that, no.
So you weren't seeking, acting opportunities before this?
No, I wasn't.
Okay.
I mean, I'm really glad that it happened. It was a serendipitous kind of a thing that ended up happening. But it was never in my, a life plan.
Right, right. You, I think, in fact, in an interview stated that, it was Zoya Akhtar who actually sort of brought your focus, into the acting world.
Yeah.
Would you call her your mentor of sorts?
Absolutely. I think she nurtured all of us throughout the process because it was our everybody's first film. So, definitely. And, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have done this at all.
Really?
So, because Archies was the perfect debut because it had music and it had acting, and I got to learn about it from her, which is like, what else could you ask for? Better debut could you ask?
Yeah. So that was like the main selling point for you. You're going to sing and you're going to act.
Yeah, and it's Zoya.
Yeah,
so, of course. Yeah.
Right. So tell me, what's your favorite work of Zoya apart from the Archies?
Oh, I love Gully Boy. I love Gully Boy was because also music, right? So,
of course.
And I'd never seen anything like that. So it was quite, and I think it's beautifully acted, beautifully directed. Really enjoyed Gully Boy.
Right.
But I love all of her films. They're all classics.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, what I particularly enjoy is this theme of friendship, in her films. That really stands out.
Yeah.
Right.
She often works with ensembles. That's her thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. She had also said in my interview, the one thing I hope for is for, these 7 children to be friends together even after Archies, this journey is over. Now, see, of course, now you guys are friends, but, also on the other side of it, you're competitors. You sort of started out together and you're going to venture out on your own. Do you feel it's possible to be friends even in an industry that's so competitive?
I don't think we're competitors. I mean, maybe that's how the rest of the world sees us. But we went through an experience so special, and we bonded so much that we're always going to have each other's back. So there is none of that vibe between us. It's always just been, I'm there for you and you're there for me. So hopefully that continues. I don't see us being. I don't see us trying to compete with each other. It's just, I don't know, maybe I'm very naive, but I just love them all and I know that they love me. So,
but that's so lovely. Yeah. I think you had sort of sat down with Mr. Javed Akhtar. You sort of jammed with him, on Suno, right? And so Zoya Akhtar had said that Javed Saab had to forget 80% of his work.
Yeah, that's what he also says. Yeah.
So, how was that experience, of working with somebody, like Javed Saab? What was the takeaway like?
Yeah, he comes with so much experience, and I mean, he's legendary,
Right.
So he really knows his process, and he's very, very specific, and he's very detailed. Whereas I'm a little more intuitive and a little more, I just I'm not very a technical writer like he is.
Okay.
I'm sort of there to give a young perspective to the writing, right? And also his command over the Hindi language is just far superior to mine. So I was there writing the English parts of the lyrics, and yeah, it was amazing. I think it was just very cool because, Zoya brought together so many people from different parts of the music world. There was Javed Akhtar, who is a legend from forever.
Absolutely.
And then she had Ankur Tiwari on board, and Shankar Ehsaan Loy, and then also some indie musicians like me, like Tejas, like the Islanders. So they're very different worlds musically, and we were all coming together in the same room and kind of bouncing ideas off of each other, and it felt like, wow, I'm a part of something. That was very special, and kudos to Zoya for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, the music is one aspect of the Archies that has really stood out. We don't get to watch musicals so often, especially here, in the Hindi film industry. So Suhana has also sung, in the film. Did you know that she is also a good singer?
Yes, I knew. I mean, Suhana and I often talk about singing because she's so
this was
sweet.
before the Archies too? You guys used to chat?
No, not. I mean, while we were on, we had so much time to prep and all this, and she wasn't sure whether she should try it or not try it, and she really loves to sing. She really loves to sing. She's always loved it. So the two of us often had conversations about it, and because I'm a musician, she'd ask me questions, and we would, I've always kind of tried to encourage her because, she, you can just see she lights up when she starts singing. And she had this game also on set, which was like, it's kind of like Antakshari, but basically, like, there's one den, and if I'm the den, I have to come up with a word. Like the word is like Friday. Then the rest of the people playing have to come up with a song that has Friday in it, but very quickly. So whoever gets it first gets a point. So she was like the most enthu cutlet when it came to things like that. And then she actually went to the studio and she recorded, which is, a big feat. So good on her for
were
doing
you there when she recorded it?
No, I wasn't there because it wasn't one of my. It was her and Tejas who recorded that together. So yeah.
But going ahead, will we see the two of you collaborating maybe on an album or something?
I would love that. Yeah, I mean, I would honestly love to collaborate with all of the people because there was Vedang is great with his music. He has a lovely voice and he beatboxes and everything. He's very into music as well. So the whole cast was quite musical, I think, in some way or another. And Agastya too learned how to play guitar, and Mihir plays drums also. So, all of us together just ended up being very musical.
I think you guys should start a band.
That would be so cool. I mean, the Archies, right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So you're also the voice of Betty Cooper, in the show. So was it like Zoya's brainchild that you would be the voice?
Yeah. Okay. She initially approached me for Asymmetrical, beyond which she kind of went, okay, I think I want you to play Betty's voice in the film. And then after that, and so that was just for the, songs that were already existing. That weren't written by me. And then she came up with the idea of Dear Diaries, which is Betty's inner monologue.
Right.
And, it's very different than the other songs because it's not a dance number. It's very introspective, and it follows the timeline of one character, right? So for me, it was a very interesting writing grounds because I had to get into Betty's head a little bit. I had to learn from Zoya as to how to write for narrative, which is very different than writing, like a song in your bedroom. It's a very different kind of writing process. And so we worked on that together, and we came up with this arc for Betty within the music itself. So it's actually one theme that evolves and changes as Betty is feeling different things and as she's going through different things in her life. So yeah.
Yeah. What was Khushi's first reaction when she heard these songs?
I think she loved them, yeah. And I loved her actually. I remember this day that she shot the first one, Dear Diary June. I came to set even though I wasn't shooting because I really wanted to see it come to life, and I recorded the monitor while she was doing it because it was like, wow, my music is on screen, and she brought it to life so beautifully. I just, I had tears in my eyes. It's lovely to watch her perform that as well.
That's so lovely. So there's something that's sort of going viral on social media, on the internet rather, is that we didn't know that it was your mom who played Channa Narang in Band Baja Bala.
Yeah.
So, I'm assuming you grew up watching her act because she used to do a lot of theatre as well,
Yeah.
right?
She was a theatre actor and she directed a few things also in theatre. Film, again, with her, it wasn't her thing, She just did a couple of films, but she really was interested in theatre. I went a lot to her plays and I was backstage with her and stuff like that. But my mom has done a lot of different things in her life. She's also a VO artist and she's done some teaching and she's done many, many jobs just like me. So I've just learned from her to be open to opportunities and to be open to your life taking you wherever it can take you.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you have any early memories of you watching Band Baja Bharat?
Yes, I remember. I don't know if I can say this story because it has a bad word, but I'll say it and you can cut it. So basically, my mom and I, we went for it was not for the premiere, but for one of the first shows that was on, in theaters.
Right.
It was me and her and a couple of friends. And after we came out of the hall, somebody approached her and we had just seen her on screen, Someone approached her and they went, wait, you're the bitch. So that memory I have very clearly. I don't know if you'll keep that in your edit, but that's a story.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was her reaction like when she watched the Archies for the first time?
She was immensely proud, but I don't think she always says, people come up to me and they say, you must be so proud of your daughter and all this. But she always says, I'm proud of you, but not because you've done something. I'm proud of you because of the way that you've carried yourself throughout the process. So she, she's one of those people, she doesn't really care whether I'm in a film or whether I'm in finance or whether I'm whatever. She just wants to make sure that I am kind and I am, trying my hardest and that that I carry myself with grace. I think that is her ultimate goal as a mother,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what is the most important thing, actually.
Yeah.
How much has your dad influenced your music?
Well, my dad and my mom both had a very lovely music taste. So in the house, there was always great music, listened to a lot of Ella Fitzgerald, a lot of early rock. And my dad brought in a lot of indie art. He had that indie thing, right? Where he wanted burgeoning artists in India to be heard, and for original music in particular, not just cover bands and things, but original writers to come forth. My dad and I didn't talk too much about music. He passed long before I wrote. I think he maybe heard one song of mine when I was very young, and then he passed away. But so we never really discussed music. He was just my dad, I only hear from other people about what an influence he was and all that. But that wasn't my relationship with him. My relationship with him was very, it was just a dad and daughter relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, since we're talking about music, can you take us a little through what your upcoming, projects are as far as your music is concerned?
Yeah, so obviously I'm writing a lot of music. On the sets of Archies also I wrote a lot because there happen to be a lot of musical instruments, it being a musical. But the newest thing I'm doing is there's an album coming out very soon on the 20th of December. Which is a collection of the songs that I had up on YouTube. So I wrote them in 2017, and they one of them went viral. Everybody Dances to Techno went viral.
Yes.
And people since then have been asking me, put it on Spotify, please, put it on Apple Music, please. And I haven't done that because, I was scared of becoming, like a one-hit wonder or somebody who is only known for one thing.
Yeah.
And as an artist, I think what you really want is you want to write new things. You're fueled by the desire to make new things.
Right.
So you don't want to get stuck in the past. But that being said, those songs are very special to me and my career and me as a person, and they've meant a lot to other people. So it's this new album, Practice Rooms, is just a sort of love letter to the people who've been listening to me since then.
Wow.
And I haven't changed much because, I could have gone into a studio and done them properly and, had it very pristine and the good sound quality and this and that. But I just felt that people connected with it because it was honest and it was raw. And there are mistakes. I definitely a little bit cringe sometimes when I hear some of the vocal takes in that. And they're all one-take songs, It's not like we stopped and started because it's shot on a Motorola. It's not properly recorded in any way. So, but I just thought, I don't want to mess with that rawness. I don't want to mess with the honesty and the innocence of it. So I left it as it is. And I'm going to put that chapter to bed with this release so that people can have it on Spotify, they can have it on Apple Music and all the other streaming platforms. And also, Archies is such a nostalgic film.
Yeah.
And it's of that time. And I was around 17, 18 when I wrote those songs. And my character's around 17, 18 when she's in the film. So it made perfect sense for it to come out now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Okay, so, there's this one dialogue you had in the Archies that sort of really stayed back with me. It was, you said that, I'm not sorry about being ambitious, and that rang so true because, you tell me, as a young artist, actor, trying to, sort of break into the industry, do you think this is something especially women still deal with, being, apologetic for what they want?
See, firstly, one thing I'll correct you. I'm not trying to break into anything. I'm just trying to do good work.
Right.
There's no, I'm not trying to be somebody. I'm just trying to be myself.
True.
In terms of women being apologetic about how they present themselves and their ambitions, I've never maybe felt that myself. I'm sure people do feel that. But I'm very lucky that I have an amazing support system and I have amazing friends and family who have always supported my ambitions. So, it's never been a thing for me in that way. My mom has always encouraged me to pursue whatever I want. And so I feel very secure in that, which is why I often speak my mind and maybe put my foot in my mouth sometimes and I make mistakes,
Yeah.
But I suppose, I don't know. I think women definitely face this issue, and I definitely do feel conscious that people are listening to me. I do feel a little scared, and I think with any kind of recognition, you do feel that as well. And maybe it's intensified because you're a woman. Probably, I don't know. I'm still a newcomer. I'm still young.
Yeah.
I still have a lot to learn about the world. So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last one. So, did these comparisons with Riverdale sort of affect you in any way?
No. I mean, Riverdale is a completely different kind of a thing. It's trying to do something very different than what Zoya is trying to do. So it didn't really bother any of us, I don't think.
Okay. Well, before we let you go, we'll do a very quick segment with you. It's fun, but you have to be as quick as you can.
Okay. Gosh, I'm bad at these.
No, okay, this is easy. Okay, a musician who inspired you.
Eddie Brickell. I don't know if you know who she is, but Eddie Brickell.
No, I haven't heard of
She's Paul Simon's wife, and she's done some beautiful music from the 80s. A particular album called Shooting Rubber Bands at the Stars. I would recommend you listen to it.
I will.
Yeah.
Okay. One reaction by a Bollywood actor after watching Archies that has stayed back with you.
Yeah, Hrithik Roshan came up to me at the premiere and said that I came across very natural. So that was quite heartwarming and amazing. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. Okay. Zoya Akhtar or Reema Kagti, the stricter mentor?
I don't actually, with Rima, she wasn't as much on set as Zoya was. So I can't answer that until I've been on a film with Rima.
All right. Okay. Rock or jazz?
Jazz.
Okay.
But also rock. I love rock. Yeah.
Okay. An Indian actor whose body of work you really admire?
Alia.
Okay. Yes. A critically acclaimed film or a chartbuster song?
Probably critically acclaimed film, just because I'm not aiming to bust any charts. I'm just aiming to make good work. So if something that's critically appreciated is always maybe higher on my list.
All right. Okay. Your favorite Indian actor come musician?
Oh. Gosh, maybe Gaurav, Adarsh Gaurav.
Adarsh Gaurav.
Yeah. He's great. He's a beautiful singer and a young talent and someone to watch for, yeah.
All right. One secret we don't know about Agastya.
I think you know everything there is to know.
No, we don't. Tell us.
We've said so many things in interviews. He has a lot of these board game nights in his house with the rest of the Archies cast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yuvraj.
Yuvraj is an amazing dancer.
Okay.
Like, and a fabulous dancer.
Right.
Yeah.
Mihir.
Mihir is a sensitive soul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Khushi Kapoor.
I don't know if these are secrets, but these are just things about them. Khushi is, she's actually has a really great music taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Vedant.
He can handle he can have very intelligent conversations.
Okay. Well, that's a secret.
It's not a secret. I just like, people always talk about him for his looks, but he's actually very smart.
True. That's true.
So that was something that, yeah.
Okay, last one. Suhana.
Suhana is so many lovely things about Suhana. I think she is the most fearless out of all of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you sing something for us before you go?
What should I sing?
Anything that you would want to. Maybe Suno, since it's trending these days.
Okay, fine. Okay. You say I'm young and I've got nowhere to be. I say there's so much I can do. Traded my shoes in for wheels under my feet. I'm rocking and rolling past you. So no.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Rod. And all the very best for your future ahead.
Thank you very much for having me. Hi, I'm Dot, and you're watching me on News 18.